Good day everyone, I am Nilda V. San Miguel, Principal of Masapang Elementary School, Victoria District, Philippines. And today, I will be sharing with you my study with my co-author Dr. Elimar A. Pascual, entitled Mathematics in Nature, a Pedagogical Approach. Nothing can surpass the joy that can be brought by nature around us. But have we imagined how nature can also bring about the beauty in mathematics and vice versa? How interesting the world be if we put together two things that seem to be opposite of each other. One, bringing the joy to our soul, and the other, creating complexities in mind. What would the world of mathematics be like if teachers integrate nature in delivering the lesson? The role of the teacher in this era, showing sample of what was expected and becoming the embodiment of reality for students to follow. The world scenario at present leads people around the world to appreciate the beauty of nature in the absence of highway traffic, air pollution, and noise. And this is because of the world pandemic due to coronavirus. From the 7 multiple intelligences of Howard Gardner, which are mathematical, linguist, interpersonal, intrapersonal, musical, kinesthetic, and spatial. This concept is one of the backbones of this study in dealing with the mathematics through nature. The figure shows the 7 subtopics that this study dealt with. The first one, the learner's numeracy achievement. Second one, teaching mathematics through nature. Nature's aid in understanding mathematics. Learner's response to nature discussion. Features of nature. Nature's connection to mathematics. And the last is the mathematics of protecting nature. The objectives of this study is to provide ways in which to observe the enhanced community quarantine, to raise awareness on the naturalist approach in teaching mathematics, to inculcate desirable behavior to learners towards gaining competency in numeracy, and to imbibe the value of nature and cause readers to love and protect the environment. The 5 teacher participants came from the line of students and teachers. Teacher participants represented different disciplines of technology, English, mathematics, humanities, and science. They have different subject orientations, and therefore, the ideas coming from the responses in online interviews with them can be considered comprehensive. The figure shows the flowchart of data gathering procedure. First, the invitation to participate in the challenge, the creation of group chat for the authors and participants, securing information about the teacher participants and learners, one-day orientation of the challenge setup, the 6-day one-on-one teaching, everyday online conference. This is done through reporting, provision of lesson plan, solicitation of open-ended questions, and the last is the transcription of responses, coding, and development of themes. The word count and the word cloud were the 2 instruments used in encoding and analyzing responses from the participants. The word count depicts the words that mostly appear in the responses, while the word cloud is a graphic presentation of the most frequently words. Through these 2 instruments, themes were developed on every question solicited to the participants. The table shows the progress of the learners in the study of number sense. The numerous times that the learner evaluation was underlined depict the effectiveness of naturalist approach in teaching mathematics. Based from the word count and word cloud, the theme about teaching mathematics through the nature generated the following ideas. Including nature in teaching mathematics makes learning light because things in the environment are familiar to learners. As nature is already part of our practical living, so using it to explain lessons in math is a welcoming idea to the learner. The concept of nature excites learners, producing desirable learners' behavior when studying mathematics. For the theme about nature's aid in understanding math, the ideas are: nature as a springboard is known to everyone because we see and interact with it every day. Learners' mind might deviate from numbers and figures, but nature's beauty makes their imagination work. The ideas for the theme about learners' response to nature discussion: learners give their idea and share their thoughts about their experience in nature. Learners are attentive when nature is the center of the discussion. They are inquisitive when concepts about nature are being shared to them. The ideas about the features of nature is that nature has a promising and calming effect to those who would stare at its beauty. Nature embraces universality because it is not owned by those who are rich and famous, but is for everyone, young and old. Nature takes away gloominess and gives a person an inspiring awe because of its splendor. For the theme Nature's Connection to Math, both mathematics and nature involves complexity, and when discovered and understood, brings joy and fulfillment to investigate mind. Both math and nature obeys order, rule, and principles that when distorted spells failure or danger for man. Both math and nature has beauty in rhythm and pattern, like the rising and setting of the sun, and the cycle of the seasons in a year. The ideas for the theme mathematics of protecting nature, the first one is getting acquainted with time and season, helps us to value and protect trees for their duration and contribution to mankind. Having the knowledge of space and area gives us idea on how to provide balanced care for animals and their habitat. Watering plants on a regular interval of time makes them grow healthy. For the conclusion of this study, teaching mathematics using the naturalist approach is effective because learners interact with their immediate environment, thereby inducing interaction too when mathematics is discussed. Imagination, which is also an important component in understanding mathematics, is practiced in dealing with nature. Math, being abstract, becomes easier to understand when concrete things in nature are used as spring. I would like to recommend for math teachers to use the naturalist approach in discussing concepts in mathematics, and for my co-school heads to initiate school learning action cells that promote the use of naturalist approach in teaching mathematics, because best practices should be given chance to be broadcasted so that others can also follow, emulate, or innovate on their own. For curriculum developers, they are encouraged to design teaching aids, materials, or guidelines that would enhance teachers' ability in using the naturalist approach. For the community, through the local leaders who are assigned under education committee, they may start a project or action that would promote awareness of the community and the school of the different ways of protecting the environment. For the future researchers, they may replicate the investigation conducted in this study using other subject areas like language, social science, and practical arts. If teachers and learners see the connection of mathematics and nature, then the revolutionary cry of making education a lifelong learner can be realized. There are 5 things in nature that are also present in mathematics: perfect balance, beauty, organization, following orders, and harmony. Putting it simply, we can lead young minds into lifelong learning when we bring about to them numbers and figures in nature. For to avoid numbers is to miss nature's beauty, and to have math anxiety is to overlook nature's bounty. Once again, this is Nilda V. San Miguel of Masapang Elementary School, and thank you so much for being with me. God bless us all.